Gary, we spoke to Kev after Tuesday night's win and didn't get your reaction, so can you kick us off, just tell us your thoughts on that result?
Yeah, obviously delighted with the result, delighted to go away from home and play with such character against, in my opinion, a really good team, a team that I think will get better as the season goes on, but I think played well in the night. I thought we started the game really well again on the front foot. We dominated the early period, and then at half time I thought the game was pretty 50-50. Second half I thought they dominated more and put us under a lot of pressure, but defensively I thought we were outstanding. I thought the way we set up was good, and the players, put their bodies on the line, fought for each other. The spirit and the determination to keep a clean sheet was incredible. Obviously Joe, when he needed to, pulled off some good saves, and I thought it was a brilliant away performance and a fantastic 3 points.
Does that show the importance of having that solid base for an away game and giving yourself the opportunity to take the 3 points at the end with that goal?
Yeah, I think it's important in any game to do that, and I spoke to the players quite a lot about the Arsenal Man United game at Old Trafford, where Arsenal didn't play well in the game, nowhere near what they normally do, but their character and their spirit and the out of possession shape and commitment to keep a clean sheet wins them a game. So there's many ways to win a football game. We know that we can play much better. We have to be better in possession, and there's areas of the game where we can show the players and work on, but if the players give that amount of effort, determination, team spirit, then we're going to be a really hard team to play against. And even the goal, the way we lock out the box and how high and aggressive we were when we crossed the ball in the box, that isn't luck, that is worked on the training pitch, and the players committed to that. And when you commit to that, then sometimes good things happen, and people call it luck. I think it's if you do the right thing more often than not, then good things happen to you. So I thought the players were brilliant and deserved the win with the effort they put in.
How important did you say it was to get that first clean sheet of the season as well on Tuesday?
Yeah, it's always important. I think it's good, obviously, for Joe. I think for goalkeepers it's really important and gives them confidence, and I think Joe's been building up to that. I think he came in a little bit late and has really kind of found his form now. He's played enough games. That's why we played him last week in the Carabao Cup, to get him more match minutes, and I think you could see that on Tuesday night. I thought he was exceptional. He looked sharp. He's playing out for the back was good, and when needed he made some good saves. So it's great for him, but great for the team as well. That is the foundation to go and win football matches. You
got to celebrate with the away fans for the first time of the season as well, and that's always a special moment. They put so much time and effort into following this football club. It's a special moment when we do win and you get to enjoy that with the fans at the end. Yeah, it makes all the hard work worthwhile. The players had gave everything, and for them to, we celebrate with the supporters. I think that's why we do it. We obviously had the picture in the changing room as well, which is always a really good moment, and where everyone's together. And when you see those pictures up on the wall, the smiles on people's faces, that is why you put all the work in. So when we get those moments with supporters in the changing room, then it's really special, and it builds on team spirit, it builds on the camaraderie between the whole group. We head back on the road this Saturday to Northampton. Had a difficult start to the season, themselves not having won yet. What are you expecting from them? Yeah, I think a team that hasn't won will always be a dangerous team, because they want to get that first win on the board. Their performances have been better than the results, and Tuesday night would be a really good case for that, because they played well in the game. They dominated the game second half and just couldn't score. But we know they'll be a bit of a wounded animal. They want to get that first win, so we have to be ready, similar to what we were on Tuesday, competitive. We have to be organised, and we definitely have to play better. We have to get on the ball more and cause them more problems when we have the ball. When you look back to the past few years of playing them, we've always had very close games that have been decided by a single goal here or there, really. So it's probably going to be set up for another tight game. Yeah, it's a really tough place to go. We know that, and like I said, they're fighting for their first win. They want to get that at home. So it's never going to be an easy game. It will be a very long day travelling tomorrow, bank holiday weekend. I find it incredible that we
having to travel the second furthest in the league, but a very long way compared to most other teams, that we have to travel 2 really long trips on a Tuesday and then on a bank holiday weekend. For me, I know it's really difficult, the fixture list and putting that together, but I don't know why we can't have, you know, a home game around this time, or at least travel that is nowhere near what we've had in the last 2 games.
Sil went off with a knock on Tuesday. Is there any update to how he's doing?
He's had a scan. We are awaiting the results of that anxiously. We will find out later today or tomorrow morning, but he obviously had to come off, and his knee is quite swollen, so I'll wait for the scan to give a full diagnosis, and we'll let supporters know as soon as we know.
And Reece Cole missed Tuesday's match, and how's he doing, and how the rest of the squad looking?
Yeah, Reece he's not trained with the group yet. He's done some more work today. It's not just his illness. He's waiting on a scan result as well on his calf, which was tight when he came off as well. So we want to make sure that's fine before we push him. Ethan Brierley played with a dead calf on Tuesday, and that's obviously swollen again after the game. So we'll assess him tomorrow. And Tom Dean came off at half-time with a thigh problem that we will look at in the next 24 hours as well, and see where everyone is tomorrow. Get as many fit, able players, hungry players on the bus, ready to go and try and get another victory.
As frustrating as it must be to lose, players of their calibre at this time of the season, is that just shows, why you have a squad and why it's a squad game and everyone has to be ready to pitch in when required.
Yeah, and it shows why we made so many changes last Wednesday to give players opportunity, to make sure that if players are called upon, they've played minutes and they're not coming into the team cold. So everyone is in a good moment that is fit in training, that whatever team we put out, I'm sure that team will be ready, competitive, to go and hopefully put back-to-back away wins together.
And how close are Sweens and John Lee to returning to action?
Sweens is training fully with the group. He just needs to keep working hard and get fitter. John Lee is training on his own. He needs to build up his loads and get in with the group and start training with the group, and hopefully we can get him back soon as well. But both of them are training at different levels, and we need them to keep going and fight to try and get in the squad and get in the team.
Finally, just to touch on next week, obviously our Premier League Cup campaign starts on Tuesday. A great competition, that we've used for younger players and for you to give some players minutes as well last season. Is that likely to be similar this year? Yeah,
it's a brilliant competition to be involved in. Again, we had some fantastic results in the group stage last year, and we want to try and do the same again this year. We've looked at how we prepare for these games slightly differently. So Dan Green led and Perks assisted last year. This year we're going to use all 3 coaches to lead on some of the games. So Dan Green will lead on the Luton games, Perks the West Brom, and Kev will lead on the Brentford game with each other assisting as well, so that the players get a variation of kind of different voice from each coach, but also we think it's good for coach development for each coach to have to lead the game, and the workload for each coach that week will go up quite a lot because they'll have first team responsibilities and obviously the game. So we felt like spreading the load across the 3 coaches was the best way to go about it. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes, and obviously to see our younger players is always good to see their development, and we have a lot of good young players at the minute that we want to be successful again in the competition this year.
Absolutely, and a great opportunity for fans to come along and show their support as well. I think £6 for adults, so it's a bargain. It gives them an opportunity to get to the stadium and see some of those younger players they might not have seen much of. Yeah,
that would be brilliant, and there'll be, like we did last year, potentially some first team players who need match minutes coming back from injury. So I think it's a great competition, and hopefully we get as many fans there as possible.